Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone. So thank you very much for tuning in for this special session uh, on the auspicious day of Shiva Ratri. Um, so we will try and uh, discuss some wonderful activities and characteristics of Lord Shiva tonight. So let's begin the session with short prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurvunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadhi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So let's begin with this one. So Kavita Mataji, you can read this one. We can't hear you.
Yes. Lord Shiva acts on behalf of Lord Vishnu when the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 14.4 that he is the father of all living entities. Aham bija pradaha pita. This refers to actions performed by Lord Vishnu through Lord Shiva. Lord Vishnu is always unattached to material activities, and when material activities are to be performed, Lord Vishnu performs them through Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is therefore worshipped on the level of Lord Vishnu. When Lord Vishnu is untouched by the external energy, he is Lord Vishnu. But when he is in touch with the external energy, he appears in his feature as Lord Shiva. Srimad Bhagavatam 8.7.22 purport.
This purport is very crucial. First, we have to any time we are discussing about any personality, we have to understand about the tattva as for our acharyas. So here, Srila Prabhupada writes that what have you understood, Kavita Mataji, in this purport? You are muted again.
When Lord Vishnu is performing at the material level, he is performing through Lord Shiva. And when he is performing at the level of spiritual level, he is performing as Vishnu.
So yes, they are simultaneously one and different. So here Prabhupada says that it's Lord Vishnu, but he has taken a different form for a different purpose, right?
Yeah.
So there are three tattvas: Vishnu tattva, Jiva tattva, and Shiva Tattva or Shakti Tattva. Okay, so Jivas can never become either Shakti Tattva or Shiva Tattva. Sorry, Jivas can never become Shakti Tattva or Vishnu Tattva. So this position of Lord Shiva and Mother Durga, it falls under Shakti Tattva or Shiva Tattva. They are above the Jiva Tattva. Jiva Tattva consists of all the living entities, ourselves. Lord Brahma is also many times, he also comes under Jiva Tattva. He is a living entity given that post. Shiva's position is greater than Brahma because he is not a living and is not a living entity, but he is the master of living entities. So Lord Vishnu has taken this special transformation, hmm, so that he can interact with the material nature. So here I've mentioned a couple of things. It comes under Shiva Tattva or Shakti Tattva. It is above the Jiva Tattva. They are God. Living entity is not God. Okay, and they are masters of the living entities. So here, if you see this picture, um, I've shown this picture previously, that this Mahavishnu lying on the causal ocean, when he desired to create the material world, um, he glances at material nature. Here, material nature depicted as Mother Durga, but actually there it was in the subtle form. Just for our understanding, it was shown like that. So Mother Durga represents the material nature. Okay. So Lord Vishnu glances at the material nature, who is actually Mother Durga. But when he glances, that glance takes the form of Lord Shiva, then interacts with Mother Durga. Okay, so I was giving this example. Who was there on my in my class on Advaita Acharya Parents Day? Was anybody there? Okay. So I was giving this example for us to understand.
We have
So
given the class also, Prabhuji, the same example. I remember.
yes, yeah. So this there is power source is there. So power source, from the power source, there is this copper wire or electric wire that is connected to the bulb, and we can see the light eventually. So that power source is Lord Vishnu, energy. And the copper wire that is carrying the electrons from the power source, copper wire represents Lord Shiva. We represent all the electrons. And this bulb represents Mother Nature. So the light eventually, so the electrons eventually go through the copper wire, and eventually it comes in the form of light. So this is how it can be explained. That's why sometimes Lord Shiva is also known as Vishwanath. There is no wrong in it. He's the material world, like he is the master of this material world. It's another form of Lord Vishnu. Um, so, but Lord Shiva always acts as the devotee of Lord Vishnu. Just like if you see Nityananda Prabhu. Who is Nityananda Prabhu? Is Balaram. But he is acting as a devotee of uh, Krishna. So Lakshman is there. Lakshman is also an incarnation of Balram, but he's acting as a devotee of Ram, like that. Even expansions can also act as devotees. Advaita Acharya is combined incarnation of Mahavishnu and Lord Shiva, but he's acting as a devotee, like that. So Lord Shiva, that is the difference between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. And the famous verse Brahma Samhita, famous verse we have quoted several times. Kshiram yatha dati vikara vishesha yogat sanjayate nahi tata prutakasti hetu yaha shambhutam api tata samupaiti karyat govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. So Brahmaji gives this example for all of us to understand that Kshiram Yatadadi, just as when you add some acid, some what we call inoculum or whatever, when we add a little acid to the milk, that becomes yogurt. And that yogurt is neither same nor different. Yogurt and milk have different functions, but it is coming from the same source. Say, if you eat too many milk products, you will suffer from indigestion. Then if you take buttermilk, your indigestion is cured. So Brahmaji gives this analogy that milk is Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, and that yogurt is Lord Shiva for a different purpose. What is the purpose? I explained that he will interact with the material nature. Material nature is nothing but Mother Durga. Okay. And so that purport is also very nice. So, you can take a note of that purport. So this is the position, and I can show you a picture about its location. Let's see. You must have seen this picture. Hmm? Yes, so this is the material universe here. This is the material universe. And there are several layers here. You can't see it here, but several layers here, several coverings here. So when you pass, if someone pierces the universe, one goes to Karana ocean. This is where Mahavishnu lies. And from there only is glancing at Mother Durga. If you go to the first picture, this is Karana ocean, is glancing at Mother Nature, material nature. Okay. So uh, this is the Karana ocean. Okay. When Vamandev, he tried to occupy the three worlds. When he tried to occupy the upper worlds, what happened? He pierced the covering of the universe. Okay? He pierced this covering, and some of this spiritual water got leaked in. That water is very special, and it washed the feet of Lord Vishnu first, and that came into this universe that is nothing but Mother Ganges. So why Ganges is special? So two reasons. It is spiritual water, not only spiritual water, but it washed the feet of Lord Vishnu. Okay. So then you have Karana ocean. If you pass Karana ocean, you have Brahma Jyoti. This Brahma Jyoti is actually the bodily effulgence of Lord Krishna. You can see here bodily effulgence of Lord Krishna. This is where many impersonalists, they aim to merge into this Brahma Jyoti. Above Brahma Jyoti, you have here this picture. Here you can see this is called Mahesh Dham. Above Mahesh Dham, you have Haridham. Okay, Mahesh Dham is where Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati eternally lives. Okay, beyond this universe, everything is eternal. This universe is not eternal. Material world is not eternal. This Karana ocean is eternal. Mahavishnu is eternal. Brahmajyoti is eternal. And you have this Mahesh Dham. This is eternal. So eternally he lives here with Mother Parvati and his associates, Lord Shiva. This is Kailash. You can call Kailash. You can call it Mahesh Dham. And from here, he expands as Shiva and enters into all the universes. Just like Lord Vishnu enters into all the universes as Garbhodakasai Vishnu and as Karnodakasai Vishnu, he enters into, Lord Shiva also enters into all universes. They're all his expansions, this Lord Shiva's expansion. And beyond Mahesh Dham, you have Haridham. And even in the Haridham also, Haridham, there are many planets, spiritual world. Each incarnation have its own planet. And then we are told that then there is Mathura, there is Dwaraka. They're separate. Above Haridham, we have Mathura, and then you have Dwaraka, then you have Ayodhya, and then you have, I think first Ayodhya, I think it's not so clear. Yeah. Anyway, so these are different there, Mathura, Dwaraka, Ayodhya, and then you also have here Goloka Vrindavan. Okay. So that is a little bit of background to Lord Shiva. I hope that is clear philosophy-wise. So now we will describe a couple of pastimes of Lord Shiva, having described. So let me start with this particular pastime here. So this is a famous pastime of Samudramanthan. We briefly touched in the morning. Oops. Let me just bring it back. Okay. Samudramanthan, churning of the milk ocean. So we know the story. I'm not going to go into full details of the story, but briefly, like demons and demigods, they came to an agreement that let's churn the milk ocean, and we will going to get the nectar, and if you drink the nectar, there won't be any disease. And you will become immortal. Immortal means basically you will live your full life. Okay. So when they were churning, we all know that first came Kalakuta poison, hala hala, very, very poison, highly poisonous substance. So, but it was spreading all over the three worlds and creating a lot of disturbance. And there was heat also, this poison creating too much heat in the universe. So with that, everybody got disturbed. So at that time, they approached Lord Shiva. Demigods approached Lord Shiva. One day I will have less tabs. Okay. Yeah, chapter. Yeah, somebody can read from 36. Yeah, Purna Mataji, please.
Prabhuji, I can only
You can only see different screen.
I could see the purport only, Prabhuji.
Okay, that means yeah, I have a little problem here. Yes, no problem. I've done it again.
Yes, Prabhuji, now I can see. Hare Krishna. So, text 36. Srila Shukadeva Goswami continued, Lord Shiva is always benevolent toward all living entities. When he saw that the living entities were very much disturbed by the poison which was spreading everywhere, he was very compassionate. Thus he spoke to his eternal consort Sati as follows. Text 37. Lord Shiva said, My dear Bhavani, just see how all these living entities have been placed in danger because of the poison produced from the churning of the ocean of milk. Text 38. It is my duty to give protection and safety to all living entities struggling for existence. Certainly, it is the duty of the master to protect his suffering dependents. Text 39. People in general, being bewildered by the illusory energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, are always engaged in animosity toward one another. But devotees, even at the risk of their own temporary lives, try to save them.
Yeah, this verse I think everybody should memorize. Text 39. I will send it over. Yeah.
Should I continue, Prabhuji?
Please, please.
Yeah. So, text 40. My dear gentle wife Bhavani, when one performs benevolent activities for others, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari is very pleased. And when the Lord is pleased, I am also pleased, along with all other living creatures. Therefore, let me drink this poison, for all the living entities may thus become happy because of me. Srila Sukadev Goswami continued, After informing Bhavani in this way, Lord Shiva began to drink the poison, and Bhavani, who knew perfectly well the capabilities of Lord Shiva, gave him her permission to do so. Thereafter, Lord Shiva, who is dedicated to auspicious, benevolent work for humanity, compassionately took the whole quantity of poison in his palm and drank it. As if in defamation, the poison born from the ocean of milk manifested its potency by marking Lord Shiva's neck with a bluish line. That line, however, is now accepted as an ornament of the Lord. It is said that great personalities almost always accept voluntary suffering because of the suffering of people in general. This is considered the highest method of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is present in everyone's heart.
Let's read the purport to this verse. It's quite big, right? Okay, let's, okay, not this then. We'll read the purport to 39. Let's see. Yeah. Please read the purport, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. This is the characteristic of a Vaishnava. Para dukkha dukhi. A Vaishnava is always unhappy to see the conditioned souls unhappy. Otherwise, he would have no business teaching them how to become happy. In materialistic life, people must certainly engage in activities of animosity. Materialistic life is therefore compared to samsara davanala, a blazing forest fire that automatically takes place. Lord Shiva and his followers in the Parampara system try to save people from this dangerous condition of materialistic life. This is the duty of devotees following the principles of Lord Shiva and belonging to the Rudra Sampradaya. There are 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas, and the Rudra Sampradaya is one of them because Lord Shiva is the best of Vaishnavas. Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Indeed, as we shall see, Lord Shiva drank all the poison for the benefit of humanity.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is um, a wonderful quality of Lord Shiva that's been demonstrated here. And Shukadev Goswami says that great personalities, great Vaishnavas, what they do is, you know, um, being compassionate to the living entities, they risk their own life to benefit other living entities. This is the character exhibited by Lord Shiva. He drank the poison, mm, for benefiting, for saving the demigods. This is the characteristic of Vaishnava, and if you see, every Vaishnava is like this. All Vaishnavas, they take risk. Yes, this morning we were talking about Prabhupada, how he took risk at the age of 69 to benefit whole humankind. Mm. Um, but let me mention one point. So when he drank the poison, um, it is it is called vish in Sanskrit, right? It's called vish. People asked, what happened after drinking the poison? How did you feel? There was a question from someone to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva said, so I took vish, but in my mouth, what was there already?
Ram.
Ram. Ram. Vish. I took vish and I had already Ram. It became Vishram, means calm. Vishram means relaxing. Vishram means relaxing. So that Rama, it is said, our acharyas tell us that it acted as an antidote. Hmm? So we know the famous verse, Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Vitulyam Rama Nama Varanani. This comes Ishvara Vacha. This is sung as part of Vishnu Sahasranama. Lord Shiva tells, mm, when Mother Parvati asks, what is the shortcut for chanting thousand names of Lord Vishnu? And Lord Shiva says that I always chant the name of Rama. Rama Rama, Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame. I'm experiencing extreme joy. Sahasranama abhi, Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanani. Just by uttering the name of Lord Rama, so you will get the benefit of chanting Vishnu Sahasranama. So luckily we have, when you chant Hare Krishna mantra, you are chanting 4 times the name of Lord Rama. 4 times the names of Lord Rama. Hmm. So once Narad went to Mother Lakshmi, and he asked Mother Lakshmi, can I serve you in the kitchen? So Mother Lakshmi said, tell me, what do you want first? But anyway, he didn't tell. He served for several days, several months, and he served, and Mother Lakshmi was very pleased. This is one way to please devotees. Just serve the devotees. And at the end, Mother Lakshmi said, what do you want now? Tell me. I want Mahaprasad of Lord Vishnu. Okay, you are cooking nicely, feeding Lord Vishnu, but I want some of those remnants. So Mother Lakshmi, being pleased with the service by Narada Muni, and with the permission of Lord Vishnu, gave the remnants of Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu's remnants are called prasad. Before we offer, we call it bhoga, but after offer, it becomes prasad. Prasad actually means Prabhu's Sakshat Darshan. Okay, prasad means Prabhu's Sakshat Darshan. So he ate some of that and he went into ecstasy. Narad Muni went into ecstasy. He was dancing like anything. And while dancing, he came to Kailash. So Lord Shiva said, "What is this? I've never seen you dancing like this. So you are so ecstatic." Um, Lord Narada Muni said, "I ate Mahaprasad of Lord Vishnu. So that's why I'm so, ecstatic." Lord Shiva said, Sharing is caring. How come you don't share that Mahaprasad with me?" Mother Lakshmi gave only little prasad. I ate, but he checked. There is something, there is a little grain got stuck in the nail. So that little piece, he gave it to Lord Shiva. Just imagine Lord Shiva, he normally dances nicely. And after eating this little Mahaprasad, then he started dancing so nicely. And everybody thought, is it, he does usually Tandava dance at the, when it is pralaya, during pralaya, or when the material world comes to end, that time Lord Shiva dances. So Mother Parvati came, seeing the dance of both Narada Muni and Lord Shiva, and said, "What is the story? What is the news today? You both are so happy." And they told. Then Mother Parvati asked Lord Shiva, "You ate Mahaprasad, but you did not give me prasad. What kind of husband are you?" So then, saying this, she started performing austerities. And when she performed austerities, there was a disturbance created within the universe. All the demigods, then they approached Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu came and he told Mother Parvati that, "No worries, I will give you Mahaprasad every day. Every day. Your husband, he didn't give you Mahaprasad. In Jagannath temple, you will stay next to me in Puri Jagannath in the form of Vimala Devi." Yes, those who are familiar with Jagannath Puri, Vimala Devi stays next to Lord Jagannath. But Lord Shiva was a little naughty, so he will stay outside like that. So in Jagannath temple, and Mother Parvati said, "Not only me, but all my children within the universe should also get Mahaprasad." That's why Puri is quite famous for Mahaprasad. So when it is, first they offered to Lord Jagannath, then they offered to Vimla Devi. That same remnants, then they go to Vimla Devi, then it becomes Mahaprasad. Yes. Um, so I thought I would mention that story as well in this connection. Uh, so if you go to Puri temple, I don't know how many of you been to Jagannath Puri temple. Not many. Yes, there is Lord Shiva. Yes, he also gets some prasad, I think. Okay, so next, so in Varanasi, everybody wants to go and leave their body. Yes, Kashi is very famous. Like they go and live there in the old age, and they wanted to give up their body because it is it is a place where you give up your body, you go to you achieve liberation. It is said that actually Lord Shiva personally comes before one leaves one's body. He utters the name of Lord Rama. So that's how whoever leaves their body in Kashi, Varanasi, will achieve liberation. Similarly, in Mayapur, in Navadvip, there is a place called Harihara Kshetra. It's a combined form of Hari and Hara together. Okay, Shiva and Vishnu together, combined form. Harihara Kshetra. You can Google and see Harihara Kshetra in Navadvip. So here in this place, also whoever gives up one's body will attain liberation. But here, Lord Shiva comes and chants the name of Gauranga instead of Rama. In Varanasi, he chants the name of Rama, but here he chants Gauranga in the ears, and that's how one attains Gauranga in the spiritual world. Hmm? Um, so let's go back and read a little more. Um, So this is a famous picture you must have seen. This is about Prachetas. I want to narrate about Prachetas also. So let me share the screen. That's the purport we have just read. And then I can go back. Okay. Who would like to read next?
I can read.
Yes, Mataji. So little background to this story. So Prachetas or princes, um, they are numbered in 10 collectively, and their father was Prachina Barhi. So he requested them to go to forest and practice sense control and devotion, then come back, get married, and rule the kingdom. It is nice actually to get this kind of training before one gets married. One enters into Grihastha ashram, one should get some training. We see in ISKCON also, those who got that kind of training before their marriage, we see a big difference in them. So then, as for their father's advice, they started walking, and so this is the story. So they came to a big lake. It's as big as the ocean. Okay. Um, so now you can read. It's the description. Yeah, from text 20 you can read.
It's 20. While traveling, the Prachetas happened to see a great reservoir of water which seemed almost as big as the ocean. The water of this lake was so calm and quiet that it seemed like the mind of a great soul, and its inhabitants, the aquatics, appeared very peaceful and happy to be under the protection of such watery reservoir. Text 21. In that great lake, there were different types of lotus flowers. Some of them were bluish, some of them were red, some of them grew at night, some in the day, and some like the Indivara lotus flower in the evening. So combined together, the lotus flowers filled the lake so full that the lake appeared to be a great mine of such flowers. Consequently, on the shore, there were swans and cranes, uh, chakravakas, karandavas, and other beautiful water birds standing about. Text 22. There were various trees and creepers on all sides of the lake. There were mad bumblebees humming all about them. The trees appeared to be very jolly due to the sweet humming of the bumblebees, and the saffron, which was contained in the lotus flowers, was being thrown into the air. These all created such an atmosphere that it appeared as uh, to a festival were taking place there. Text 23. The son of the king became very much amazed when they heard vibrations from various drums and kettle drums, along with the other orderly musical sounds pleasing to the ear.
Just one
Text
second.
24.
So these Prachetas, the sons of the king, when they approached the king, approached this big lake reservoir, they heard them within the lake. um, they could hear some musical sounds. Okay, and carry on. Please carry on, Mataji.
Verses 24 and 25. The Prachetas were fortunate to see Lord Shiva, the chief of the demigod, emerging from the water with his associates. His bodily luster was just like molten gold. His throat was blue, and he had three eyes which looked very mercifully upon his devotees. He was accompanied by many musicians who were glorifying him. As soon as the Prachetas saw Lord Shiva, they immediately offered their obeisances in great amazement and fell down at the lotus feet of the Lord. Text 26. Lord Shiva became very pleased with the Prachetas because generally Lord Shiva is the protector of pious persons and persons of the gentle behavior. Being very much pleased with the princes, he began to speak as follows. Text 27. Lord Shiva said, "You are all the sons of King Prachinabhari, and I wish all good fortune to you. I also know what you are going to do, and therefore I am visible to you just to show my mercy upon you."
Yeah,
6:26.
one point here, and that Prabhupada writes that here, I am visible to you just to show my mercy upon you. So, because Lord Shiva knew that they're going to, um, undergo some penance to please Lord Vishnu. So, if you're trying to become a devotee of Lord Vishnu, yes, he will show you mercy. Prabhupada writes a beautiful purport to this verse, text 27. So, Canto 4, chapter 24, 27 is the text. Chapter 24, text 27. So, he is very merciful to the devotees. Let's read if we have the time. Yes. That's okay. I think you leave it there. Yes, carry on, Mataji.
Text 28. Lord Shiva continued, "Any person who is surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the controller of everything, the material nature as well as the living entity, is actually very dear to me."
So here you can see that what Lord Shiva says. Whoever is surrendering onto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is actually dear to me, Lord Shiva says. So when we actually, when we read the scriptures properly, we know what is what. There is no enmity, between Lord Shiva and Vishnu, like they create so much of nuisance, nonsense. But here you read how clear it is. Yaha param ramhasaha sakshat triguna jivas samnitat bhagavantam vasudevam prapannaha sa priyosi priyohime. This is the famous sentence. Bhagavantam vasudevam prapannaha sa priyohime. Whoever surrenders onto Bhagavantam Vasudeva, that person sa priyohime, that person is certainly very dear to me, Lord Shiva tells. Uh, yes, 29.
Yes. Text 29. A person who executes his occupational duty properly for 100 births become qualified to occupy the post of Brahma. And if he becomes more qualified, he can approach Lord Shiva. A person who is directly surrendered to Lord Krishna or Vishnu is unalloyed devotional service is immediately promoted to the spiritual planet. Lord Shiva and other demigods attain these planets after the destruction of this material world.
Yeah, here there is a comparison given. If one does one occupational duty for 100 births properly, one may occupy the post of Brahma. Yeah. Then if he further becomes qualified, then he can approach Lord Shiva. And here said, then one further advances, then one can approach Lord Vishnu. And for this approach, even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the others are also, they try to aim for that post. There is a gradation given here. Okay, text 30, please.
Text 30. You are all devotees of the Lord, and as such, I appreciate that you are as respectable as the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. I know in this way that the devotee also respect me and that I am dear to them. Thus, no one can be as dear to the devotee as I am.
Was very beautiful.
Text
Yeah,
31.
no, 30, text 30. You see here, Lord Shiva, what is Lord Shiva saying? You're all devotees of Lord Vishnu, and I respect you all as much as I respect Lord Vishnu. And similarly, the devotees of Lord Vishnu also offer similar respect to me. Thus, no one can be as dear to the devotees as I am. So, Lord Shiva is extremely dear to the devotees of Lord Vishnu. Little purport here, please read.
The purpose. It is said, Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Lord Shiva is the best of all devotees. Therefore, all devotees of Lord Krishna are also devotees of Lord Shiva. In Vrindavan,
See, it's a very interesting point. Therefore, all devotees of Lord Krishna are also devotees of Lord
yes, in Vrindavana, there is a Lord Shiva's temple called Gopeshwara. The gopis used to worship not only Lord Shiva but Katyayani or Durga as well. But their aim was to attain the favor of Lord Krishna. A devotee of Lord Krishna does not disrespect Lord Shiva but worships Lord Shiva as the most exalted devotee of Lord Krishna. Consequently, whenever a devotee worships Lord Shiva, he prays to Lord Shiva to achieve the favor of Lord Krishna, and he does not request material profit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So, couple of points here. So, Prabhupada says, number one, Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu is the topmost devotee. And number two, Prabhupada says that all devotees of Lord Krishna are also devotees of Lord Shiva. Number three, a devotee of Lord Krishna does not disrespect Lord Shiva. This is number three. Number four, so number three, not disrespect, but sees as the most exalted devotee of the Lord Krishna. So that's number three. Number four, when a devotee of Lord Vishnu prays to Krishna, what does he say? He prays to Lord Shiva to achieve favor of Krishna. He does not request material profit. Okay, this is what we should know. Like some of the important lessons from this purport. I will also talk about in Vrindavana, there is a Lord Shiva temple called Gopeshwara. The gopis used to worship and not only Lord Shiva but Katyayani Durga as well. But their aim was to attain favor of Lord Krishna. So there is a beautiful temple called Gopeshwar Mahadev. And there is a little story. When Krishna was performing his pleasure pastimes with the gopis, Rasalila, it was so ecstatic. Everybody wanted to participate in that Rasalila, Krishna's pleasure pastimes. So Lord Shiva from Kailash, he rushed to Vrindavan and he wanted to enter into this Rasalila. And the Yogamaya Devi there, so she said, no, you have to consult Vrunda Devi. Vrunda Devi, we say that Vrundaya Tulasi Devyaya. Tulasi is an expansion of Vrunda Devi. Vrunda Devi in Vrindavan organizes all the pastimes of Lord Krishna. She'll make sure what should be there, what temperature should be there, what flowers should be there, what what place it should be done, uh, um, like that. All the nitty gritty is taken care by Vrunda Devi. So Yogamaya said, you must approach Vrunda Devi. And Vrunda Devi said, no male is allowed into Raslila, Krishna's pleasure pastimes. No male is allowed. So what to do now? But Lord Shiva said, no, 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 I desire, I must go. Do something. So Vrunda Devi advised that you take a dip in Manasi Ganga. There is a pond there. Hmm. I don't know how many of you been there, Manasi Ganga and Vrindavan. We should go. When our health is good, we should visit these holy places. Hmm. Better late than never, because as we you know as we grow, our body may not permit. So it is better take some time off now and then when you visit India. So say for example, if you're visiting 2 weeks, going for 2 weeks, 1 week spend in Volidam, 1 week with the family. Take the family with you also sometimes, like that. That's how I do usually. So Mansi Ganga, so he took a dip. Lo and behold, he became a gopi. Gopi with proper mascara, sari. The only thing was, yeah, there. Yeah, I won't reveal now. So okay, this gopi now Vrunda Devi took inside to the Raslila, and Radharani said that there is some difference today. When we are performing this pleasure pastimes, I don't get the same joy. Some other person entered into Raslila. So Krishna said, Lalita Saki, go and check everybody. So, and Lalita Saki came that there is one new gopi today. But this new gopi has three eyes. Three eyes. And so she was brought to Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna said, he was so happy, but I will, I will name you Gopeshwar. You are the master of gopis. The gopis should worship you to obtain love of me. Mm. And he was given Dikpal. Dikpal, Kshetrapal. Have you heard the word Kshetrapal? To enter into the Dham, he looks after gatekeeper kind of thing. He's kind of gatekeeper. Vrundavana Vanipate Jaya Soma Soma, like that. There is a verse written by Sanatana Goswami. So he is the gatekeeper of Vrindavan. Actually, before we enter into Vrindavan, we should pray to Lord Shiva, please allow me to enter into Vrindavan. You are Dhameshwar, you are Kshetrapal, you are Dikpal. And if you go to this Gopeshwar temple, in the morning it is Shivalinga, they worship. But in the afternoon, they dress him as Gopi. You can Google and see. Like a Gopi, they dress him in the temple, Gopeshwar Mahadev. Okay, so we have few more minutes. I'll tell it more. Um, hmm. so then this Lord Shiva, uh, being pleased with these prachetas, then he, uh, he chanted a mantra called Rudra Gita. Hmm? And he asked them to repeat this mantra to attain Lord Vishnu, to see Lord Vishnu face to face. This mantra has several verses. We will not be able to, look into this mantra, but today. But let me see. Uh, associate. So yeah. From this mantra, I'm reciting one mantra. It's from this long mantra, one shloka I'm reciting. Okay. This is 57, famous. Kshanardhan क्षणार्धेनापि तुलयेन स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवम् भगवत्सङ्गिसङ्गस्य मर्त्यानां किं हुताशिषा. This is one shloka from this mantra which he instructed to Prachetas. Okay, one shloka, one instruction we are taking in that mantra. If one by chance associate with a devotee, even for a fraction of moment, that is kshanardha, yeah, kshanardena, of a moment, of a moment. If one associates with a devotee, even for a fraction of a moment, he no longer is subject to the attraction by the results of karma and jnana. What interest then can he have in the benedictions of demigods who are the subjects of loss, birth, and death? So here he is saying that if you associate with the devotees, what happens is you will attain the highest reality, highest goal. There won't be, you are not interested in swargam, swarga, and no punarbhavam, like that, various things it's mentioned. So association with the devotees is mentioned. So Lord Shiva also says that even, I like to associate with the devotees. So after hearing this mantra from the lotus mouth of Lord Shiva, they entered into that lake and performed austerities for 10,000 years. And at the end of 10,000 years, the Lord Vishnu came there riding Garuda, and they had vision. They had darshan, wonderful darshan of Lord Vishnu. So for devotees, he's always merciful. So what we have to, we can request on this very auspicious day of Shiva Ratri to bless us, to help us in, in our devotion to Lord Krishna. Is Ashutosh. Is very quickly pleased. So we can request. There are several stories. We have not touched Daksha Yajna. There are other stories as well, but I think given we have 1 hour, I thought I would mention some of these points. So if you have any questions, then you can do so. Yeah, I'll mention just one point before you go. This is an important point. How many of you heard Vallabhacharya? No one. Yes, good. Vallabhacharya, Gujaratis, they know. All Gujaratis should know Vallabhacharya. Is the Pushtimargacharya, right, Purnamataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Pushtimargacharya. So Vallabhacharya was actually a staunch devotee of Lord Shiva. So sometimes he was going through some problems. He worshipped Lord Shiva with all his heart. Being pleased with the devotion of being pleased with the devotion of Vallabhacharya, Lord Shiva appeared to him and asked him to ask for a boon. Vallabhacharya said that, my Lord, thank you so much. I'm very, very happy to see you, have your darshan. So please give me what is most dear to you. He's very clever. Please give me what is most dear to you. And lo and behold, he gave him Gopal deity, Bal Gopal deity. And that's why in the Pushti Marga Sampradaya, they worship Bal Gopal. Okay? There is a similar story as well in Vrindavan, but it is called, let me finish here. Lord Shiva smiled broadly and gave him the deity of Lord Krishna. This is Bal Gopal. Since that time, Vallabhacharya became a Vaishnava. Before that, he was worshipping Lord Shiva. Okay, he became a Vaishnava, but never rejected Lord Shiva. In fact, he considered Lord Shiva to be his guru. Okay, so that is the mood we should have. And there is another temple in Vrindavan called Radha Vallabh. The deity, Radha Vallabh deity, was given by Lord Shiva to one of the devotees. It is there. There is a story. So I heard it, but I have to go and find out exactly. Harivamsha, Hit Harivamsha, there is a devotee. For him, Lord Shiva appeared and gave him that deity, Radha Vallabh deity. Okay. So we'll stop here. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm to eagerly hear. When time permits, we can do more and more other pastimes as well. But I'll stop here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. For my purification, I try to speak a little bit, and I hope you get some benefit out of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for accepting
Thank
on a
you,
short
Prabhu.
notice.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.